2015 will be the last election under first past the post. Do you remember who said that? Do you remember who said that? It was Justin Trudeau and his Liberal Party. They said that, you know, during and after that election, for a little bit at least, basically 1,800 times. It wasn't a one-off promise. It was really one of the central planks of Justin Trudeau's 2015 campaign, where he was sitting in third and promised to forever end a system that many Canadians are frustrated with. They're frustrated with the fact that 35% of the vote, 40% of the vote, can give absolute power to one party for half a decade. They're frustrated with a system that asks you to vote not for what you want, but to vote against what you don't want. They were frustrated. And in part, they gave Justin Trudeau power because of that promise. And I think we need to come back to this, because we're only a few months away from the 2019 election, where Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party are already trying to grease the wheels, trying to get Canadians to believe in the dichotomy. The Liberal strategy was step one, break the electoral reform promise. And step two, hold progressive Canadians hostage. To set up a narrative where it's either us or Scheer. The system that's broken, we kept it because it benefits us. They want to keep you hostage. They want to keep NDP voters hostage. They want to keep Green voters hostage. They want to keep Bloc Québécois voters hostage. They want to keep all of those broad groups hostage. I think it's quite shameful, and I think we have to call his bluff. Canadians need to realize that if the Liberals are fear-mongering about, you know, the dangers of a conservative majority, that fear only exists because of their broken promise. Justin Trudeau could have implemented proportional representation, where 30% of the vote gives you 30% of the seats, there, you know, or give or take, and where the Conservatives could win government. They would probably win power every now and then, but they would never win absolute power with 35-40% of the vote. The worst you're seeing from Doug Ford, the worst you're seeing from him right now in Ontario, probably wouldn't happen. Heck, even alternative ballots, even the ranked ballot, which I don't support, which has a lot of the same flaws first past the post does, would have been enough to keep Justin Trudeau's promise. It would have been cynical probably, because it is something that a lot of people see as a beneficial system for the Liberal Party, but nonetheless it would have kept his promise. He didn't promise a specific system, he promised a general end to first past the post. But he broke the promise, and we are where we are. And you're going to see a lot of Liberals. You're going to see a lot of Liberals on Facebook and Twitter and Reddit. You're going to see them say, well, geez, you know, Justin, you didn't do all we need. And, you know, I'm disappointed. But it's him or Scheer. And we have no choice. Or they'll say, you know, I like the NDP. And I like the Green Party. But it's just, you know, the reality is we have no choice. We have to vote for Justin. And you can see it's almost like a Stockholm syndrome. That the party that lied to them, the party that kept the system broken, is supposedly the only party they can vote for. So this is my call to action. I want progressive Canadians to call Justin Trudeau's bluff. To put their support in a party, I support the NDP, that will commit to electoral reform. Either to put that party in government and have them end this travesty of a system forever, or to elect a minority government where the NDP can demand, you know, the price for their support being electoral reform. The NDP, for instance, at their last convention, passed a resolution saying that was the case. That if the party that wants to form government in 2019 needs support from the NDP to do it, the NDP will demand electoral reform as part of their package. We have to remember this, because a lot of people are going to be attacking you if you say you don't support Trudeau. They're going to say, well, you're just part of the Elect Scheer campaign. But it needs to be said, and it needs to be said pretty much every day, over and over again, that when, and not if, when, the next Conservative leader, if not 2019, then 2021 or 2023 or what have you, the next time a Conservative government forms a majority, an absolute majority, with 38, 39, 40% of the vote, maybe less, it will be Trudeau's fault, and his Liberal Party's fault, and only their fault. Because it's they who had the chance to forever fix our broken electoral system, And they didn't. They lied to Canadians, and they kept the broken system because it benefits them. And they don't care if every once in a while the Conservatives get absolute power for 4 or 5 years. But we know that we can't have that system anymore. So let's call the Liberals bluff, and let's make real change.